Welcome back, guys. I'm in the process of working on the Kdx200. This is kind of an update video, but a couple important things. This, first of all, one of the things that inspired me to share was, you go on YouTube and we can't have everything we want and we can't do everything we want, but we can live it and we can see it through YouTube. And that's where a lot of people go to look at dirt bike stuff. They might live in the city or whatever, and they can't make it out to the country to drive dirt bike or whatever. But just to see the array of, people like claiming to be informative videos, and they're showing like ways that I know don't even work without never even trying them. They're just ridiculously preposterous. And I'm not going to name any YouTube channels in general, but so. Originally, when I got this KDX, I have about $100 invested in it, I think. And I feel like, if it would have been a situation like will it run? Yeah, I could have got it running, but not a single part. I could have got it running without a single part. Most importantly, that's kind of what was best in the situation for me at the time. Money was kind of slow. The wife had to go back to work this winter. I do everything on an extremely low budget, very little cash spent for any of my hobby stuff because I buy, sell, all kinds of crazy things on eBay or whatever. But so I made a decision that with this KDX that it had to be done. It's got to be done right, and it needs to be. The reason it needs to be done right is because, I mean, I've been sober about 4 years now, completely sober. And one thing I've learned is that if you have positive inspirations and you don't act on them, you're going to have a lot of regret over that. It's kind of like, regret. It's funny, someone else mentioned I had seen this mentioned on YouTube not too long ago. They said that regret is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. And that's I can relate to that. I can relate to what they're saying there. But so to get you up to date on the KDX, if you look behind me here, that's a completed frame. It was completely stripped down to only the best factory paint that was left. There was a lot of paint missing. We went ahead, wire brushed it all the way down, degreased it, completely cleaned it, scuffed up every single area. Then we hit it with about 4 coats of primer, and then we put this paint on here. I don't know where the can is right now, but this is before the project's over. I'll make sure I share with everybody the kind of paint I use. But it's incredible. I mean, this stuff is like you're not scratching. It's amazing, amazing. Super strong. Enamel. It's like $24 a can. It's Kawasaki. It's the exact Kawasaki color. So the frame's gonna be proper color, completely redone frame. Of course, I didn't spend money on a powder coat, but should be all good when we're done. We're not going with new plastics, nothing like that. The engine, bottom end was fine. But I did land a Pro X rod kit for what I paid $52 shipped. So I went ahead and, as you can see, I took the cases to the bears. The bears, they're completely clean, completely degreased. Got some new bearings in there. That's just the type of grease I like to use right here whenever it uninstalls. I use Lucas Red and Tacky, spray grease. Lay it in there, spin the bearing as you're spraying it in there, and it'll just kind of work its way down. And I'm down in the basement, it's nice and cool. That's why the bearings are running kind of hard. But everything's fresh, everything's new. So my cases are completely clean. This is what, I see these jokers on eBay, or on YouTube, and they go on there and they act like they're going to clean the bike, or they're going to do this, or they're going to do that, and they're going to give it a better life. I mean, come on. Let's get reasonable here. You're not doing that. You're destroying the bike. You can't. To clean it, you have to clean it. Take some elbow grease. I'm looking right here at a little spot that I missed. Got to get it. But yeah, I mean, these guys do what they call like restorations, and there's no restoring being done at all. So that's kind of aggravating, and that's, like I said, that's one of the things that inspired me to do this, to share, to I don't know if anybody out there can actually learn something from me. Blessing to me. I definitely am a place in my life where I like to pay it forward, and this might not seem like paying it forward, but it's what I'm good at, and it's what I have to offer the next guy. I'm just your average Joe. Got a couple young girls, a 2-year-old and a 10-year-old that in the house, and my 19-year-old she graduated and lives with her father of her babies. They have 2 grandchildren. Their ages 1 and 2.5. They're little. It's funny though, like I told you before, I don't have much artistic ability, so my videos are just going to kind of be chopped together for now. But it's amazing. My daughter is a YouTuber. She actually has almost 300,000 subscribers. But none of you guys would be interested in that. Of course, she does makeup, and she was on a little TV show for a while. Nothing major, just average. She's just a remarkable girl. She's very artistic. All right. New bearings this side, all new seals. I went with, let me see what seals I went with here. Pro X. Oh, and I want to note, this is a Japan Pro X. Literally says right on the rod, Japan. There's different kinds of Pro X connecting rods. This was an NOS, a new old stock. The most modern ones they're made in China, unless you go to Pro X's website that they have a couple different options. This is a Japanese rod. And I did that crank myself with a press. Get my buddy down the road at the farm. And of course new OEM style piston. Got a rod kit here for the next project. You guys doing a sneak peek at the next thing we're going to be working on. Told you it was going to be some good things. Big enough bore for you. If anybody knows this one. The white scope piston in there. So you guys can imagine what that is. But anyway, I'm about to just no gasket here, guys. It's a process. A lot of guys get kind of violent on them. When we put the saw in here, of course, we're going to be pressing in this bearing into the crank. And now a lot of guys use an actual thing that, a case splitter and a case crimper, or whatever they call them. But I'm like the next guy. I use all the bolts to bring it in, and I just do it nice and slow, and I make sure that I don't get anything on the vine. I keep spinning things, making sure she's working properly. Let's go ahead and lay this little bead here. We're going to do this. You don't need a lot here. Just I'm just gonna lay back over it. And that's just so we don't want no big dogs inside the motor affecting the airflow in the crankcase, of course, and then of course maybe getting loose in the transmission side of things in the gearbox, and that would be bad. A lot of guys say you don't need to do out here, but I do it because I want the case to be level the whole way across. So I don't want no bolts pinching together out here with no gasket material underneath there. It's thin, but it's thicker than nothing, right? That's the reason I do that. A little bit off of there. Now we're gonna come back in from the side. This doesn't have to be perfect balance. This thing down. Take a good look at the transmission gears, each one individually. No burrs, nothing unusual. One little dog cog on the second level down here. I probably didn't need it, but I did take the time to clean that one up. Dogs usually don't have a problem because they physically go completely in. Alright, so there's my little peel there. And the other side is tacky. Nothing crazy here. Double check. Last look at everything. Got a few things to line up here. Make sure our pins are all in. That's a good thing I stopped and looked. Everything's good. Now, it's not enough grease to affect the landing between the race. It's just so the rubber's, brand new crank seals. We don't want to tear them up putting it together. And roll it down. Crank. Maybe. Okay. And the crank is really the only thing that holds back. So as long as you bear the weight on this end, don't let it hang on the crank, kind of lift it up. A couple taps. Start to dry it up, start moving down. I'm going to visually continue to watch to make sure everything's lined up. Nice, easy taps. It's a 2-pounder. Nice, easy tap. I'm going to come into the shift drum pretty soon here. I'm coming into the transmission pretty soon here too. I'm in a place I can drop a couple screws in, bolts like this thing. Yeah, it's first of all, guys, the reason I have headphones on is just so you can hear everything I said. Literally, it's the only microphone I have right now. We're working with. That's my little tool. Sorry about the wait, guys. Okay, now. As soon as we get on the pass, we're going to flip her over and notice how I got this up on these boards to make it properly flush. It's just so great a chance of everything sliding in together. Tapping it down, nice and easy. Check the crank, make sure she's turning good. You know, these bearings are stiff, but it's amazing. Everything together, just sorry, I'm done. Okay. I'm just gonna come back down on this side. Free. Screws in the top. Crank is what's pulling down. So that's where you put your screws. Around here, even, pretty even. So turn it there. Now, that's why I did that. I did the crank myself. So the thing is, I don't have perfect. I don't know what I'm doing. That's pretty good. Nice. Okay. Right. I got it down tight. And it's still moving okay. Little tap here. I'm back. So to finish the update, got the engine here off camera. I put the rest of the screws in there. You just take your rag. Look here. I'm just gonna clean off all that gasket material. And that's how you make an engine look good, right, guys? It's just so ridiculous. Like I said, my inspiration just basically comes from these characters trying to have an informative video, and it's like you're explaining a way to do something that's entirely wrong and dangerous in some cases, and it's like, and then you comment and they're like, I know everything because I have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I'm like, well, no, you have an knack for getting nice deals, and you're, all the bikes coming out of the garages around where you live are like very nostalgic, and that's where it comes from. And it's like, I feel like I'm in these debates, and like getting in a debate on in the comment section. I feel like I'm debating with like an 8-year-old boy or something, or a 12-year-old boy that lives in New York City or Manhattan, and has never even smelled two-stroke smoke, let alone drove a two-stroke, and he's telling, saying how the bike should be shifted and get it up into this characteristic and this and that, and they're like, why isn't that 490 out? And I'm like, I don't know about y'all, but YZ 490 makes most power at like 5,500 RPMs, which for a two-stroke doesn't sound like anything. It's like, you guys just don't know what you're talking about. And I guess it could be as much my fault as theirs, because sometimes I should probably know better when to not respond. But it's like, I'm not just gonna admit I'm wrong. It's like, I like this sport so much. I just hate bad information being passed out. Not to mention the bad information is, it's like, the way the guys go about getting the support from the videos, the content is, I don't know. I guess I don't want to see guys, destroying nostalgic bikes. But at the same time, it's their money. I have to accept that they can do whatever they want with it. So this is my money, and I'm gonna do whatever I want with it. So that's where, like I said, that's where the inspirations come from. Okay, so everything looks like it's rolling here real good. Remember, I assembled my crank together, or personally here at home. So I have different ways I go about making sure it's, if your cranks, you don't have to worry about like the two halves being like this, because the pin, as long as you get it started straight and you don't cause a bind and then bend something, but the pin is cut, to press in, and it's going to go in straight. What it is if the two pie pieces are twisted on the crank pin, it causes stress on the bearings, because when this spins, it's not like a solid shaft spinning into bearings. It's like two shafts. It's like a bent shaft is spinning into bearings. So it's crazy the dynamic it has, but it immediately the second you start your bike up. But so might look crazy. Little tap on the spot, looking at it here, seeing where the wobble's at. It's got a little wobble right there. Might seem crazy to y'all, but That might have got it just where I wanted it. Things turning real good. Another thing to do there. Oh, my batteries. Can't really get square. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Alright, so I'm about to wrap it up for the night. Everything looks good. I have just the little nylon weights right here. I just don't like the way the one here has a little bend up in it. Looks like it might be. I have a hard time believing it would be hitting the cylinder on the way around. But I guess it's possible. I'm so hard to tell. It's good. It's good. Anyway, so new seals, gaskets, new bearings, new rod, crank. I don't know what's next. The frame's done. We're gonna start reassembly now. Once we get this engine together, I got the primary drive clutch, everything put on this side, magneto, everything on this side. We got a really cool project coming up next, guys. If we can manage to stick it out till then. I have a horrible habit of smoking. And like I said, guys, just remember the headphones are just so you can hear me. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. We're gonna see you shortly, because we're gonna have some new parts in soon.